Hello everyone, I'm George from Ireland, and here I am on Montjuic in Barcelona. And here you see this enormous fortress behind me. So there's been a watchtower here since the 11th century. We're just overlooking the Mediterranean Sea yonder. You can't see it from this angle. You can see an enormous cannon, the arse end thereof. Don't know when that's been used. These special casemates, and there are other gun emplacements around. So they would light a fire to indicate ships were coming, especially if they thought an attack was about to be launched. So it's a splendid site for it. It's called Montjuic, as in Jewish mountain, because there was a Jewish cemetery around here. There was a very significant Jewish community in Spain, including Catalonia, from the 8th century AD onwards, because remember the Muslims exploded out of Saudi Arabia, and the Islamic Empire extended all the way here, throughout Spain, into France. They lost the Battle of Tours to Charles Martel. But anyway, so this was Muslim dominated for centuries, although often had a Christian majority. Christians had dhimmi status, had to pay jizya, the extra tax. But Jews and Christians, they had a degree of toleration from the Mohammedans. Obviously that changed in the 15th century when there was a Reconquista. Was it really a reconquest, or was it conquest the very last time? Over many stages, over centuries, Spanish finally drove out and defeated the Moors, the North African Muslims, as in from Portugal, not from Portugal, sorry, from Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and so forth. And the Jewish community started to be persecuted, seen as being confederates of the Muslims, discriminated against. So many Jews went underground. They assimilated. Outwardly, they conformed to Christianity, particularly Catholicism. And that's when pork became a big part of the Spanish diet. Offering people pork to often see if they grimaced because they were a Jewish person and just found it repugnant eating pork. Anyway, the fortress we see here dates from the 17th century. There was a Catalan revolt in 1640 to 1652, and it was built for that. But what you see here is from the 1760s onwards. They got a special master builder to build it. You can see this well, what would I call it? Walkway here with a few arches to the gateway there. There's the coat of arms of Charles III Bourbon, as in King of Spain. Spain wasn't officially one kingdom until 1700. There was Castile, Aragon, and a few others, Granada. I'm not sure if Catalonia was a separate one. Principality. There was north-central Spain was Aragon, as in Catherine of Aragon or Giorgio fighting on the Aragon front. And you can see these windows here that would mean for cannon. There's quite a moat if you come forward, which is this delightful flower garden today. And there was a drawbridge there which could be pulled up. And there are bastions on either side to shoot at anyone who's trying to storm into the castle. So you can see down below they've left all the cobblestone in place, so horses could ride there, could walk there, gallop there without fear of slipping over. There's a bit of traction on it. Anyway, it's a sort of star shape because in the 17th century they realised that you had to be able to fire at the enemy from two different directions. There are lots of ravelins. Okay, so very expensive to build. There's a longer perimeter, therefore. The thing is, if the enemy does seize a bit of the wall, they can't enfilade everywhere. You might have said the wall is slightly sloping like this. It's not straight up, and that's so like battering rams can't be used so effectively, or indeed cannonballs, even more likely to bounce off. Okay, so I've got to sneeze. And then look at these big artillery pieces. I wonder if they're from the early 20th century. Because look, they can angle them up and down. They're very smart. They can swivel them around, maybe even 360 degrees. Now, I was up here yesterday. There was a great breeze blowing, and the Catalan flag was billowing out, wafted by this favouring gale. And then up above that highest tower, well, near the highest tower, you see the flags of the European Union, of Spain, of Catalonia, and I can't think what else. Maybe the city of Barcelona. And then you have this mast as though it was on ship for whatever, sails, not that the fortress is sailing anywhere, but perhaps more flags. So that's it. Not many people are here. Well worth looking around. It's absolutely packed with history. Only €5 to go in. The view over here gives you a splendid vista over the Tyrrhenian Sea, which is the section of the Mediterranean beside Barcelona, the capital of Catalonia. So follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, and book online lessons in history, politics, English as a foreign language, English literature, English language. My goodness, everything else in the humanities really. Choose me as your tour guide in London. Remember, I edit documents and help people with essays and dissertations. job applications, CVs, elocution, interview practice, things like that. Okay, toodaloo.